What's up, with ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls with ages? This is That PlayStation Gamer. Today we're talking about Bungie and just man, oh man. I think Sony's starting to regret buying Bungie. I think they're starting to realize, man, just because they made a good couple games in the past does not mean that they will continue to be successful. The whole live service experiment has just been an absolute colossal failure, except for the success of Helldivers 2, which from the Eternal soundings, it sounds like that was more of a kind of a one-off thing, because for whatever reason, Sony in their infinite wisdom decided to listen to Bungie when it comes to live service games. And it's just like, I'm telling you guys right now, if Sony doesn't cut Bungie off soon, like unless Bungie like somehow makes Marathon actually a more sustainable product, I'm telling you right fucking now, there's a good fucking chance Sony's just gonna cut ties and be like, goodbye, get the fuck out of here. And I don't blame them for a second, because they have cost them over $700 million. Like, we're talking like, guys, Bungie has done nothing for PlayStation. They have done nothing for PlayStation gamers. They have done nothing for even like the average consumer. Like, at the end of the day, I think Bungie has been sorry to put it best, a negative. They've been a negative for the PlayStation brand. They've been a negative for gamers, and I think it's time we take Bungie out to the pastures and old Yeller style, put them out in misery, because I don't see them coming back. I don't, and I've said this in recent videos when I talk about Bungie, and other times. I just don't see how they can make a comeback. I don't know how they're worth any of the amount of money they spent on. Sony got new. I personally think Sony got lied to. I think, just like you saw with Concord, they saw the potential it had, and they were kind of coerced into like, oh, well, hey, this has got a lot of potential. This could be a big thing. Oh, Destiny has a sustainable player base, because that's how good we are at it. Even though it's like, really, Destiny 2 at the end of the day was just kind of bleh. And even from players I've heard from, it's like, it sounds like people are just checked out with that game. They're done with it. And of course, they waste their time doing a marathon, which is like, how's Marathon doing? Not great. It's like, it makes me just wonder, like, what would happen if Sony would have just said, no, let's stick to our guns. Let's stick to the single player driven games. Maybe do the occasional multiplayer experiment with like a Last of Us Factions or Spider-Man Greater Web. Because I think those would have been more successful than a Marathon or a Concord. Easily. Because like, first off, those are attached to IPs people actually like. Most important, also, it's just like those games make sense for a multiplayer game. And listen, I haven't played Horizon Hunter Gathering. I don't think that game, for the record, looks bad. I don't think it does. I think it actually looks fun. But, man, just like this whole live service push. I've said before, I think it's a dud. I think it's done. It's time for Sony to just drop all these games. And as Mystic Ryan points out in one of his videos, it's like the problem with these kind of projects is once you're so deep into development cost of them, you kind of have to get them done. They kind of have to be pushed out the door, because you got to make your money back. But the problem with that is that it's like, are you really getting your money back, or are you just getting like a fraction of what it costs to make this game? So yeah, Bungie, it's been a negative, and to all you Bungie fans out there, but they have been the constant sore spot for PlayStation. They've been the constant sore spot for gaming in general, where it's just like, it just reminds you, like, how easy it is for a company that once was beloved by its entire community could just fall off real hard. And then you look at Bungie, and then you look at freaking Bethesda, and then you look at freaking Activision, and it's like, man, it happens to the big dogs. It happens to the ones that think they're invincible. They think they cannot be touched. Well, they get very touched by Conquest, aka the other fucking big AAA games that come out and are actually fucking good. So, until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer telling you guys, do not buy Bungie games. Do not listen to any of the bullshit spews that, the shills will tell you. Bungie has not been a good studio for a long time. And honestly, at this point, they're never going to come back. It's time just to cut them loose and just yeller them and move on with our fucking lives. Until next time, peace out and have a good day.